What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Hump Day Wednesday so far. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I'm going to talk about the lingering question that has been surrounding the New York Giants when it comes to their fans, the beat writers, everybody. Will the Giants play their starters and their star players this Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles, or will they end up sitting their players? That's the debate right now. This is how I feel about it. And I know a lot of people, a lot of Giants fans, a lot of Giants content creators, a lot of people on Twitter. They're doing a lot of correlation on what happened back in 2007 when the Giants were playing against one of the best teams in the NFL back then against the undefeated New England Patriots. And the Giants pretty much decided to play their entire starters in that game. And they ended up taking the Patriots all the way down to the limit before they lost a close one, but it helped jettison that team because they didn't sit down their starters. They didn't just lay down. They played everybody out there, and they went and put out a hard-fought fight against the New England Patriots, and it ended up jettisoning that football team all the way through that magical 2007 playoff run, which ended up getting them to the Super Bowl, and they ended up winning it in the end. I think the Giants should play. If it's coming up to me, Tom Coughlin didn't sit his starters. And you can't worry about injuries. You can't worry about guys potentially getting hurt. You can't get nervous about that kind of stuff. Players can get hurt anytime. The first play of the game this Sunday, somebody can go down with an injury. The first play on the wild card weekend, somebody could go down with an injury. You can't play scared. And the best thing to do with this game is go out there and lay it all on the line against the Philadelphia Eagles. Giants are pretty much locked into the 6th seed. They're not going up. They're not going down. They're not out of the playoffs. They're not going to win the division. Why not play all your starters? Go out there, put out an effort, and you never know. Maybe that could be a catalyst to send this team on a run in the playoffs. Do I think there's going to be a run in the playoffs? I don't know. Is it possible? Yes. I've already seen it twice in this Giants run that I've been a fan of this team. Happened in 2007, and in a way happened in 2011, though I think that 2011 team was actually one of the better teams in the NFC. But either way, don't sit your starters. Let them go out there. Unless they are banged up, they need to recuperate some of their injuries, unless they need a little bit of a break. Do not sit your starters. Get them out there on the football field and play them. Get them on the football field. Let them get some reps. Go against this team in Philadelphia who's going to be desperate right now because of the fact that they need to win this game. Because they have Dallas chomping at their heels. And if Philadelphia loses and San Francisco and Dallas win, Philadelphia drops all the way to the 5th seed. So the Giants have an opportunity to not only get more momentum for themselves going into the playoffs, they have an opportunity to knock off their divisional foe from the division and that top seed because of Philadelphia losing last week to the New Orleans Saints. So there's actually a lot more to play for in this Giants game than many think. It's more than just pride. Momentum. Some people overrate that word, momentum. But it can mean a lot for a football team right now that still some people don't believe in. Go out there and put up a big effort against the Philadelphia Eagles. And in that stadium, in LincolnFinancialField, a place that the Giants have not won since 2013. So it's almost been 10 years since the Giants have won a football game in LincolnFinancialField. Jalen Hurts, I believe, is going to play in that game. But why not play your starters? Except for the guys that are banged up, like a Xavier McKinney, like an Adoree Jackson, like a Leonard Williams. You could possibly even limit Barkley, maybe limit Jones. Limit the guys that are a little bit banged up or maybe don't even play them. But this is your opportunity right now, going into this football game on Sunday, to really make a statement that, yes, you beat up a bad Colts team. But if you play well and if you even beat the Philadelphia Eagles and raise your record at the end of the season at 10-6 and 1, I'm telling you, not a lot of people are going to want to see the Giants. And I'm still one of those fans that's on the fence of what this team could do in the playoffs. But the Giants are probably the most dangerous team in the NFC because they have two players that have experience on this roster in terms of playoff experience, and that's Sterling Shepard and Landon Collins. Everybody else has never had playoff experience as a Giant, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing because you don't know how these guys are going to be able to rise up when it comes to playoff time, but it's a good thing too because they're unpredictable. They could go into these games and surprise you. And the NFC is wide open. No team in the NFC is really a given to go out there and run away with this conference. So while I know some fans that are dreaming big, thinking that the Giants are going to maybe make a Super Bowl run. I don't think it's likely to happen, but who the hell am I? I'm just some dude on YouTube just giving my opinion. And I hope I'm wrong. Because I was wrong about this team going into the season. And I hope to be wrong again. Because the Giants are not just going to the playoffs just for the sake of going to the playoffs. They want more. This football team is far from done. And they're probably going to be facing Minnesota, a team that they handled pretty well heading into the third to last game of the season. You don't think the Giants are going to be up for that game after they lost to Minnesota on a 61-yard field goal? The Giants should not sit their starters. This is a football game. It's all about momentum. You learn from what your predecessors did back in 2007. Tom Coughlin did not sit his starters. He played his guys out there against the best team in the conference. Then the NFL, the NFL, the New England Patriots, who were undefeated at the time, and the Giants almost beat them. And then we know how the rest of the story went. Ask Tampa Bay, ask Dallas, ask Green Bay, and then eventually ask the New England Patriots, who had their undefeated streak ended in the Super Bowl. So I understand a lot of Giants fans are correlating this team right now with that team in 2007. Do I think that team in 2007 is more talented? Yes. Do I think that 2000 team had a better team overall? Yes. But is it impossible for this Giants team to make some type of run in the playoffs? No. It's not. Everything is wide open. Shout out to my guys in the Big Blue crew. They believe this team can make a run in the Super Bowl. Why not? Why not at this point? But that's why it's vitally important that the Giants just do not go into this football game resting their starters and thinking that this is it. You know, we don't care about winning this football game. You have a chance to continue your momentum going into the playoffs and at the same time knocking off your divisional foe. That's bittersweet for this football team. And I would love to see the Giants go into this football game with that type of urgency. And I really hope Brian Daboll is going to play his guys for at least a half, depending on how the game goes. This is valuable experience because it's going to be a playoff type game. Even though we're clinched, even though we're secure in our spot, it's going to be a playoff type game because you don't know. We might see Philadelphia in the playoffs. We might see Dallas in the playoffs or San Francisco. Talent-wise, those teams are a lot more talented than Giants. But Brian Daboll has this team believing. Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley are playing at another level. Same thing with the defense. And you never know. Just like the 2007 Giants taught us. You get hot at the right time. You have players play above their pay grade. You have stars being born. And it can take a team that looks like they have no business going to the Super Bowl and raise them to a level that nobody expected. So I really hope that Daboll does not sit his guys. Maybe if he wants to rest his injured players, I understand. But do not sit the players that are healthy. Let them go out there. Let them compete. See how you play against this Eagles team because they embarrassed us at MetLife Stadium. And you don't think these Giants players are thinking about that? The fact they got embarrassed, the only time this season the Giants got their asses kicked was against the Eagles. I'm sure the Giants have their They have that in the back of their minds about what happened at that MetLife game. Don't sit your starters. Put them out there and let them go out there and play football. So I just want to make this video about this, that the Giants should not sit their starters. So if you like this video, hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYG Jeffy T85 for more breaking news, updates, chatter surrounding the New York Giants. Turn on the bell for notifications on the next video or short they'll be dropping on the channel surrounding the New York Giants. And let me know in the comment section if you agree with me that the Giants should not sit their starters and they should play these guys and take a lesson from the 2007 team. Shout out to NYG22, Coach Ed Gladney, the Big Blue crew, all those guys, because they're right. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Hump Day Wednesday. Take it easy, and as always, let's go New York Football Giants. You know what it is. Together Blue, everyone.